guys, welcome to day 2 on Hawaii. We're still on the Big Island. We're actually going to be taking a flight over to Oahu today, and we will be staying at Disney's Saltwater Resort. But for now, we are still at Milton Waikoloa Village, and we got some coffees. We got a Hawaiian style latte, and so it's coconut and macadamia nut syrup. I did mine with half the pumps and hot and oat milk, and Zach did the regular amount of syrup, but iced. But we are doing our morning walk. It's about a 2-mile loop around the resort. It's just nice to get my legs going. I'm gonna try to drop in at a CrossFit gym when we're over on Oahu, just because of like the plans we had while we were on the Big Island. It just wasn't convenient, so I'm just gonna change the days I have resting this week, so that way I can get my workout in. But we're about to head back to the room and shower, and then we're gonna go to one of our
McNut waffles on the planet.
Banana McNut waffles with coconut syrup.
With coconut.
Yeah, we're gonna go get those, and it overlooks the ocean, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna go get a French press of Kona coffee, because in case you haven't caught on, all I do is drink coffee while I'm here. And then we'll come back to the resort, meet up with my brother and his wife, and then we'll head over to the airport, so that way we can hop on our flight over to Oahu, and we'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. So I'm gonna attempt to show you some of the resort property, just because it is so beautiful here. It's really dark out right now. If I have time to film again before we leave, because we're planning on leaving the resort at 10 a.m. It's also like 5, 6 in the morning right now, because I'm still on East Coast time. Then you'll actually have some sunlight and be able to see what I'm talking about. But we just crossed over the stairs in the main lobby. There's a river that flows through the whole resort, because when there's not COVID times, they have a boat that'll take you to your tower you're staying in. There's 3 separate towers. There's an ocean tower, a lagoon tower, and a palace tower. We are in the palace tower, and then you can walk there as well, and there's all this art that lines the hallways walking to your tower. Or you could walk along the beach. And then they also have a lagoon that feeds directly from the ocean, and we usually find a lot of sea turtles in there. They have a dolphin quest on site, so there's dolphins on site as well. And then they have 2 big pools. They have one over by Ocean Tower and Lagoon Tower. So there's a lot of options, and there's hammocks all throughout. They offer a variety of exercise classes like morning yoga and spin. Yeah, and then they have water sports in the lagoon you can rent. They have kayaking, they have paddle boarding. They have pedal boats. They have some other things. You can also snorkel in there. And then they have a golf course able to walk to. They used to have mini golf, but they got rid of it a few years ago.
You mentioned the dolphins?
I said the dolphins. But yeah, so we're in the Palace Tower this time around. Growing up, I always stayed in the Ocean Tower, and then last time we were here, we stayed in the Lagoon Tower. So again, a lot of variety going on. But
3 towers, right?
Yeah, 3 towers. But right now they do have another form if you don't want to walk to your resort, and they have a monorail that will take you from the lobby or the convention center or from your tower to any of the main 4 stops along the way. But it's about a mile walk end to end, but it's a gorgeous property, and my brother and I have stayed here since we were little, and every time I come back to Hawaii, I force my husband to stay here, and I won't stay anywhere else. I absolutely refuse to, but I don't think he would want to at this point anyway. Okay, so we finished showering and changed, and we are on our way to breakfast now. It's a little later out now. It's 7 o'clock. So it's nice and pretty. Say hi, Zach.
Hi. Palace Tower now. I can actually see it.
Yeah, you can actually see everything. Hang on. Look how beautiful that is. So this is the little river I told you about with the boat and the monorail tracks and the gorgeous palm trees with the ocean view. And then here's some of the artwork I was talking about. How it just lines. It's kind of creepy, some of it, especially at 5 a.m. These puppets, they give me anxiety and nightmares, but the rest of it's pretty cool. And then we are on our way now to get our car from the valet, and we are gonna go to Lava Java to get our waffles. That's the pool over by the ocean tower. You can see we're currently standing at the Palace Tower. There's a wedding chapel down there. That's Convention Center. That's the monorail. And then we're gonna go on a well-lit journey now.
That's Mauna Loa. Actually,
Yes.
That's Mauna Loa. This is the other mountain. I can't remember.
The other mountain, Mauna Loa, is over there.
Over there.
Then we're gonna go walk over the lagoon to get to the lobby. Zach thinks it's quicker this way.
This is much quicker. It's also
But-
a lot more scenic.
Yeah, we like to go try to find in the lagoon. That's the lagoon in front of you. Sea turtles in the morning. Well, all times a day, but we saw one this morning and we saw my pufferfish friend named Freddie. I know that fish die, but I am convinced he is the same pufferfish that I've seen every single year here since I've come here. So putting me at about age 5+. But I'm sure he's not, as Zach kindly pointed out to me this morning when I said, hi, Freddie. But we're gonna pretend he's still the same one. But yeah, like, look at this. So there's the ocean that it feeds from. And then Zach doesn't like this part of the lagoon because there's flying fish that hang out there. Zach has a fear of fish.
Only if you're in a kayak.
Oh, Zach, look at all these fish coming. I don't know if you can see the little ripples in the water. Look at these guys. I think they're your flying fish friends. They are your flying fish friends. And then Zach also doesn't like birds. He's basically afraid of all creatures. And he doesn't like animals that are bigger than him. So he pretty much likes dogs. But yeah, so there's a nice little beach. And there's hammocks you can lay in. And there's all the water sports that you can do rentals from. Oh, Zach, look at that cool bird. But it's clear, the water is so much clearer here than the Atlantic Ocean. But if there was like a sea turtle, you could probably see him swimming by. But I don't see one yet. Look at those guys. Okay, so you can see the sea turtle. I told you they were real. The little birds looking at them like, what the hell are you? This is so unreal. Okay guys, so this is Freddie I spoke of. I don't know if you can see him. I'll try to circle him if I can figure out technology well enough. But he's my little pufferfish friend. Okay, so I just wanted to film some of the drive. So this is actually Kona Airport. If you can see the, well now you can't, the air traffic control tower. Yeah, you'll see it in a second. But this is like the main road we take from the Waikoloa Village area to get to downtown Kona, where we'll be eating breakfast today. But as you can see, the Big Island, like down here, is basically like a lava field still, which I personally think is really cool. But apparently, like when people travel to Hawaii, they get like really turned off by the fact that this is still lava field, but Hawaii is literally one giant volcano, which is really cool. Oh, there you can see the airport again.
At least the Big Island is.
Yeah, the Big Island is, but I think it's pretty cool. I think that it's super cool that we're literally walking on lava that turned into a giant island. But yeah, like
Really unique. There's really nowhere else you can see this, something like this.
yeah, and there's so many different climates here. Like there's snow on the top of Mauna Kea right now, and I was freezing last night on our hike. It got down to what, like 45 degrees? I don't
Probably
know.
like 45.
Yeah.
We were at an elevation of like 9,500 or so. So even up close to the top, it's even colder.
But I just love the Big Island. It's personally my favorite island out of all the islands in Hawaii. We're going to be going to Oahu today, as I said, and Oahu's a little more built up because the capital is located on Oahu. And it's just, well, everyone knows it's Honolulu. I don't feel like I need to say that. And so it's just like a lot more populated, and like we always stayed in the Waikiki area when we were younger, going to Honolulu. And I personally was not a big fan of it because it's literally a city on a beach. There's like a lot of like commercialized stuff there, and I just prefer, like, the nice thing about the Big Island is you do have like commercialized areas, and you can go into Kona for dinner, and you don't have to feel stuck and stranded at a resort where you're like stuck paying resort prices. But at the same time, you are able to enjoy like the beauty of Hawaii and the nature. And they have like Volcanoes National Park here. They have the Mauna Kea Observatory. There's beautiful beaches here.
Observatory too.
The Mauna Loa Observatory as well. So I personally prefer the Big Island because you get like the best of both worlds.
And the Hilo side is all lush and rainforest.
Yeah,
too.
and the Hilo side too is a lot more of local area too. And there's the Tsunami Museum on that side as well. So there's like lots of things to do on the Big Island, and you also have like great beaches here, so you could just lay on a beach too if you wanted to all day. Where Waikiki, I feel like even though I'm on a beach, I'm also in the middle of a city the entire time. But
there's goats.
Hold on.
There's more goats over here.
Yeah, there's goats.
No, there's not goats over here.
Okay, yeah, there's wild goats in Hawaii, so that's really cool too, on the Big Island at least. I never see them on Oahu. I'm not sure if they have them there. But we're gonna be staying in Alawani, and when we stayed in Alawani last time, it was about, what, 5 years ago now?
Yeah.
But I enjoy that area of Oahu better because it's more secluded from the actual city of Honolulu itself and Waikiki Beach area. So you do have the ability to drive downtown, so you're able to eat at restaurants again, but you still get a little bit like secluded resort area. So I do enjoy the Alawani resort area better than staying in actual downtown Waikiki. So we got a French press of Kona coffee to start because why not? And look at this view. It's absolutely gorgeous. And they make all their pastries in-house, so of course we have to start with the cinnamon roll. And I order too much food when I'm on vacation because I'm like, well, you know, we don't come here often, and then I won't get to have the food, and I need to eat it all while I can. It's an issue. You gonna take the first bite?
I think so.
So I got the island style waffle. It has macadamia nuts, banana, and coconut syrup, and then it came with the papaya I got instead of meat, and already some fruit and scrambled eggs. And then Zach got the same thing except he did bacon instead of papaya. And this is literally my favorite waffle in the world, but we have cinnamon roll to work on right now. It's the real star of the show, the waffle, and it has the coconut syrup on it. I just poured it on, and we're about to chow down.
Hey baby, why did you fly 4,500 miles?
To get this waffle.
Right there.
So I just made it to Oahu. My husband did not make it on our flight. Wow, my hair is doing wild things. My husband didn't make it on the flight, but we are waiting for him, and by we I mean me. So I took an 11:45 flight over because we had better odds. My brother and his wife are on the 12:45 flight, and they are confirmed passengers. And then my husband is taking a 2 o'clock Southwest flight now over here. So right now I'm hanging out in the airport in Honolulu, and I am just waiting for everyone to fly on in. After I caught up with my brother, we went and grabbed food. I got some chicken dish with white rice and a salad, but I got so excited to eat my salad. And this is actually the view from the beach at Disney's Alawani Resort, where we're staying on Oahu. It's not in downtown Honolulu or Waikiki. It's about 30 minutes from that area. And then we saw Hawaiian monk seals. Hawaiian monk seals are actually an endangered species, and the area was actually roped off to go see them. So this was as close as I could get to film them. Trust me, if it was possible, I'd be up there cuddling them, but you know, we gotta make sure that the marine life stays safe and they are protected by Hawaii, which Hawaii does a great job at protecting their marine life. I just think that they're the cutest things ever, and I was so excited to see them. They were gone the next day, but it was just such a nice surprise when we got to Oahu to see them. I also kind of forgot to film anything else the rest of the day because, one, I was just so excited about the monk seals. Two, we had Tanamrip that day, and a Hawaiian flight had gotten canceled earlier that morning. And we fly standby, and when flights get canceled, it kind of messes up the whole like flying standby thing because they have to put the positive space passengers on other flights. So I was a little stressed out about making sure my husband made it to the other island. But I mean, look at these creatures. They're just so cute. And then 3, I think the day just got away from me between all that and I was just tired. But we wound up having dinner over at the beach at this tiki restaurant, and I had some macadamia nut crusted fish. We shared some appetizers. That's my brother and his wife, my husband. But I do have another part. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, comment, and thank you for making it to the end of this video with me.